like posting on time. Wait, no. No posting on time. No posting on time. Okay, so hi guys. It's the official Black Bee, and I'm back. Hey guys, again, this is TOBB, which stands for the official Black Bee. And I would say that, let me clarify, bee like the animal, the bug. And just so you know, I am a person that talks about neurodivergency and talks about mental health, and on the side talks a little about religion and talks a little about how to make your life easier, which all lumps into 4 things that I'm very passionate about. Just so you guys know, again, my name is Tobe, the official Black Bee. I have autism. I was diagnosed when I was 18, right now I'm 21. Pronouns she, her, what? The new is she, hers. And also, yeah, so my brand is I raise awareness for mental health and neurodivergency through any type of form of arts. I made this YouTube page to more spread information that's a little more universal, because people can understand art like paintings, films, and all that, but some people just want the straight information. So I made this more to give more of the straight information, and to give life hacks and stuff that help me as a person who is on the spectrum, grew up as a woman who is Caribbean as well, all down to the sensory hair situation, all down to my personal experience, even my personal experience as a Christian who's neurodivergent and deals with mental health. I would say my bad, you know what I mean? I think if you guys have been following me for a while, have looked at my art, when I have my Instagram and stuff like that, you guys will know that I can be a little inconsistent. So my reasoning is that I had this moment when I started having so many ideas and stuff that I was struggling to create them as fast as the ideas were coming. And when the ideas were coming, then I was making videos, editing them, and then when I started editing them, then I was oh, I have a new idea, then I don't finish my edits, and then I don't post, and then months go by, and then I'm oh yeah, I have a YouTube. And I just look at the 5 billion, I won't say 5 billion, but the 10 to 5 billion videos that I have edited but never released. And then I'm oh wow, I haven't posted for months. And then I'm we need a solution to this. Because what happened was either I would get a new idea, I would get bored, or I would get distracted. And not I don't love talking about neurodivergency and mental health and how to make your lives better, but at the end of the day, sometimes I'm this would be a good idea, and then I start it, and then I get bored because then I start super researching, and then when you start super researching, then you're oh man, I have to go back and re-edit this because this was incorrect. Because or not even incorrect, more of this wasn't actually proper to say at the moment of. Because there's a lot of opinions I have and things I do for my mental health and things I understand within my own neurodivergency that is not very universal. So this YouTuber said this before, and I was oh, this is wise. They're just listen, you didn't come to me because I was right. You came to me because you want to hear the tea. So I'm gonna take that same thought process and I'm gonna be sharing my experience, my story, which I think I said before in a video, because again, I don't really have a degree in neurodivergency or mental health. I have a degree in finance and business, and therefore I'm really going off my own experience and my own research, and Google can do so much for me, YouTube can do so much for me. Therefore, this is what I have for you guys. and I need to not take it so seriously. I do need to take it seriously, but not so serious that I have like 15 edited videos and I'm like, nah, this is not good enough. It's not even about like I think I find more joy in talking about my own experience and talking about the experience of the people I have met in my life, talking about the experiences of the research I have done, the ones that I feel like are the most unbiased and stuff. Like, I feel like that's where I thrive, versus than just like giving you guys a bunch of like, I don't know, information that is just like words and words and words and words and words. Remind you I have dyslexia, so imagine me just reading words and words and words and words and then giving you guys more words and words and words and then having to add subtitles. And I mean, it could get out for that, but you get the gist. It just turns into less of something I'm enjoying and more something that's like taxing. So that's kind of what I mean. And as I said, like, for example, I have GCSPD. I know how it affects me, but I also like I have looked it up, but I haven't looked it up enough for me to probably explain it. Maybe I'll do a video on it one day. But the point is just like, I literally, from the top of my head, can't even remember what it stands for, and I have dealt with that my whole life, you know? So I think that, you know, that's one reason why it's been harder for me to make videos, because I'm just like, oh, now I gotta do all this research and be all extra. So that's one thing. Because for me personally, my brain is it's like an elephant, and then sometimes it's like a goldfish, and sometimes it's like a supercomputer, but then with a loose wire. So I'm not even gonna lie, there's been times in videos that I'd be in the middle of saying something and I just forget. That's what half the cutscenes are for. I promise you, half the cutscenes are me talking and then forgetting what I'm talking about and being like, oh, shoot. And then pausing it and being like, yo, sitting there, maybe walking around the house, maybe doing other things and be like, oh, that's what I was talking about, I'm going back to the video. So that could be taxing, because when a video takes more than like a day to record, and it's like one topic, and I feel like maybe the average person would have taken maybe like just record and be done, it takes me a little more effort to record it. So I'm like, okay, how can I make this more stimulating for my mind? Otherwise there's no videos are going to be put out, which is bad. So since it's a new year, I have a new plan. I have an actual new, and starting with that new plan, here is the list of things that I will be doing to make sure that I get my content out to you guys. Number one is that I will no longer be recording, I will try not to be recording videos for like 4 hours, 2 hours, because when my camera can't take it, it'll be like, yo, you only have this much storage. And then two, I sit there and then I edit it down to like 15 minutes. And I don't even know how I did that, but I guess I ramble, and then I realize, oh, yeah, I should cut out like 50% of this because it doesn't matter. It doesn't have anything to do with it, and I'm over explaining stuff. So then I'm like, okay. So I record for like 4 to 2 hours, and then I'm like cutting it down to 15 minutes or 10 minutes, and I'm just like, wow, where did half of that work go that I sat there talking about for like a good hour or two? Then, you know, so not recording videos are gonna be, you know, 15 minutes for like 4 hours. That's one thing I'm gonna do. The second thing I'm gonna do is I'm no longer gonna go into a lot of time for me to get things done. Because I realize, you know, back in school, I ain't never handed my homework on time. Ever. Well, no, I was a good student. I would hand it in sometimes on time, but I would say like in high school, God forbid, I would have to ask for extra time most of the time. So I feel like for me to be like, oh, I'm gonna get y'all a video on Tuesday is crazy, because I can't hand in my schoolwork on Tuesday. So why do I expect to hand in a video that's gonna take me hours to record and edit and plan for by Tuesday? I can't hand in my math homework. So I would say that's one promise I'm gonna do, is just like trying to pick one solid day that I post, but not trying to make it so consistent. But I'm going to try to go for consistency. without going for consistency, because that's the only way I'm going to be consistent. Because if I try to make it at a day of and a time of, I'm going to get stressed and then do everything last minute, or I'm going to get stressed and not do it at all, rather than me just being like, okay, I'm going to do it, and then I'm just going to randomly post it, but it's probably going to be on the same day anyways, because I do patterns. But if I put a time, you get what I mean. It's reverse psychology. I'm going to use that this year. Next thing I'm also going to do this year is I'm going to refrain from over planning, because I feel like one thing I'll do is I will over plan a video. And I think one thing that I do a lot is that I over plan things and then forget to execute them, because I'm really good at focusing on one thing at like one time and making it to perfection, and then like it doesn't get done. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, for example, if I plan an event, I'll like keep planning and planning and planning until it's perfect, and then I'll realize, oh, that Christmas party I was planning, it is now the spring. It doesn't even matter. Therefore, I'm gonna try to like plan less and just do more. Also, it's good to like try to balance more, because I think another thing I do is that I will again plan something, do something like one singular thing like to perfection, and then some things will be left behind sometimes that I could have easily taken the whole day to plan out this video and then not record it like I have with other videos. I plan it out, I write it down, I have the whole agenda down, and then I sit there and I'm like, huh. And I look back in my notebook for like months later and I'm like, I never actually did this. I wrote it down and I planned it out, but I never actually did this. So this time I was like, I'm gonna tell myself, that I'm 100% going to do this video, because I believe the people that watch my content wouldn't matter. And if I don't, this YouTube page is gonna die. And I'm very thankful for the 59 subscribers that have just stayed and waited for me to post again. I appreciate you guys. Because I was like, oh man, I'm gonna lose subscribers because I'm not posting anything. And another thing is that, like, again, I'm gonna do less planning, do more doing. I think one thing is definitely due to having the autism and whatever, it definitely can make it hard for me to balance things, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna try better of less planning and overly planning and just doing, which again is a struggle of mine. Because again, I appreciate y'all. I'm really trying to work on that, because I want to get content out to you guys, and I want to give you guys updates, and I want to like actually talk about the topics that I'm passionate about without over planning and be like, over worrying about it. And that is my 3 New Year's resolutions. So like, that's my 3 things I'm gonna work on this year for you guys. I have a list of other things that are more personal, but I would say that, as I said, speaking from my heart instead of my brain, because I think I speak from my brain a lot more, and that can just get into territory of me over researching and over trying to perfect the information, so I don't give misinformation or try to like be very scholarly versus then like actually connecting with the audience. Second thing is actually just not gonna say I'm gonna be consistent, because that's the only way I'm going to be consistent, because then I'm gonna be too focused on being consistent and then freak out, and nothing's gonna be out. Either it's gonna come out last minute, or it's gonna not happen at all. I want to actually post more. And then the last thing was gonna be that I'm going to, instead of overly plan, I'm just gonna post. I'm obviously gonna look at my content and care and all that, but I'm going to try to put the effort into also also like posting on time. No posting on time. I'm gonna put the effort into planning, but also executing, instead of me overly planning. Yeah, subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see y'all next time.